much. Straight to Alexa, who's joining us for the papers. She's starting today with some news from Russia, Alexa.
That's right, Stuart. And I want to start by taking a look at this article that's published in independent Russian paper Meduza that says that Russia is building more military infrastructure along its western border, including along the borders with Finland and Norway. So the paper interviewed a former Finnish intelligence officer who said that the new barracks could accommodate up to 17,000 people, allowing for the expansion of soldier recruitment in Russia. And a Finnish army commander who also spoke to the paper estimates that Russia could deploy 80,000 troops along the border with Finland. And for a comparison, that number used to be around 20,000. And of course, all of this information would be difficult to get if you are reading it from Russia because of the widespread censorship there. And Radio Free Europe writes that after intensifying that censorship in the beginning of the war, of the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Russia now wants to build its own state-owned VPN. And that's quite ironic since virtual private networks have been widely used by Russians to hide their location and then access websites that have been banned by the Kremlin. And the paper isn't really convinced that the novel idea would be of any use. And it quotes this exiled Russian journalist, his name is Dmitry Kolesev, who wrote on Telegram, "What a joke, the state is... What a joke. First, the state blocks everything and then it creates a state VPN to bypass its own blocking," adding that it's probably a very good business idea for the Kremlin.
To the World Cup, or back to the World Cup, we should say. More than 5 million fans expected to attend. Security has been heightened, of course. What have you found?
Yeah, Wired magazine here has a feature article titled "Soccer Fans, You Are Being Watched." It says that World Cup stadiums in the US, Canada and Mexico will be surveilling fans with some sophisticated technology. And the magazine quotes experts who say that terrorism concerns linked to the war in Iran could be used by the Trump administration to justify the deployment of invasive surveillance technology without ensuring the privacy protection of the people who will be attending the event. And an expert told Wired that security is often used as an excuse for agendas that have nothing to do with security at all. And the list of technologies is quite wide, but drone and counter-drone systems are expected to play a major role. And now going from this high-tech to a bit of a more analog topic here in the New York Times. It's a feature article titled "The Low-Tech World Cup Craze Thriving in the Smartphone Age." And it talks about these stickers of football players. Well, it's not really my generation.
Panini.
I know you're a big fan, Stuart.
Oh, no, what about Panini stickers? Yeah.
Many people here at France 24 know about them, and they're also major in Argentina, but this time it's the new generation that's collecting them. There's this quote collecting craze that the New York Times describes, and teenagers here gathered in this park in Buenos Aires, and instead of like looking at their phones and scrolling, they just talked to people, socialized, and exchanged stickers. And the New York Times says that that's great because it's probably the same place where their parents or even their grandparents exchanged the same stickers decades ago. And a father of 5 says that despite the family's financial struggles, he's trying to buy as many stickers as he can for his kids, saying that the World Cup simply blurs reality.
It was huge in the 1980s when I was growing up, not just for football, for anything, for films even. You could collect all the stickers for an individual film. Anyway, if you remember it, you remember it. If you don't, you don't. Finally, though, something a little bit different from Alitza. Alitza has found for us, this is an article, it's not October, is it, Alitza? This is an article about the rise of witchcraft retreats.
That's right, and American women are obsessed. It's a year-long thing. You can do it whenever you want. So American women are trying to defy men and the church by joining witch covens. The Guardian here reports, and it's retreats organized, basically they ship these women to Ireland where they can do spiritual stuff like stand in the circle and say out loud some affirmations for, more self-confidence. And it's very holistic kind of approach because they do some herbal therapies as well. And women say that they feel empowered and they trust themselves more. And the retreat is also quite entrepreneurial, a marketing sorcery, we could call it, because for 2.5 days, a witch has to pay around 3,000 euros.
3,000 euros. Wow, there's no cauldron. Is that a bit 1980s as well? Perhaps they don't have cauldrons nowadays. Witches.
You can join as well, Stuart, if you want, because
Could I?
men are allowed.
Oh, okay, they are.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it could be me under the hat. How do you know? You never know. Let's see what the papers for us on France 24.